Hello, my name's Neil Sparks. I'm a poet, musician and visual artist, and the game is afoot on Nothing in the Rulebook, so I'm very proud to be part of this and look forward to reading you some bits and bobs. There's always an intro and an outro, so this is the intro. Working through lockdown, very proud to be part of the Lockdown Lit on Nothing in the Rulebook. I've derived a lot of inspiration from watching all the videos on this series. And I suppose, how does lockdown affect us as writers? I work as a writer and as a painter, I work in a very solitary way. I always aspired that my culture would be musical. I guess that's affected me most, but I've been working very closely with all the musicians in my band, Neil Sparks and The Last Tribe. We've got a new record coming out. We've been making some poetry videos and recordings with my co-conspirator Terry Neal and some of the other members of the band, Dale Farrow being one of them on the guitar. We're going to be working with, via New York City, one of my former collaborators, and a really good northern boy, Graham Elliott, who's a genius and a fantastic filmmaker. But I'd like to read you a poem. It comes from my new book. It's going to be published by Hester Glock Press. I'm working very closely with the publishers, and we've got a lot of good stuff coming through this whole period of lockdown, and we don't want to sacrifice the cavalry because of the infantry, but the infantry are marching ever onwards in a literary lockdown style. Night seems so swiftly on the move. Waxing moon lights clouds in convoy. Their silent fleet, so full and rapid, fills night sky. So immense, yet weightless, billowed riding overhead in silent procession, like a child's spinning toy. The vertigo of days leaves us staggering for the night. As the sun waits for the moon, we wait. Ends of cigarettes light the passing of the night. Time fading as piano notes cascade, dying to silence, waiting for rhythm to propel it back to life. As words wait for the tongue, we wait for the next thought. Dreams made thought, wishes made well, acts of worship in the careless and lost, in the discarded, half-remembered, chants and prayers, invocations under the stars, scarifications in the arms of lovers, wistful and wasted, moving above the earth, keeping a sense of place, of time and scale, advancing across the night, an army of spinning toys. We are the recurring motif, improvised notes, composing ourselves. This is a reality. Not the smiling face, but the rip in the stockings of this beautiful girl. Not raven hair waving in a storm cloud, but the rain on her face. It's not the staggering at the bar, but the drink that was drunk. Not inventories of crying lovers, but the glance of some new stranger. Not walls sprayed with rhyming graffiti, but a house brick. Not the worn-out wrists in bedrooms, but the wartime of loving. It's not searching for truth through denial, but what was actually said. Dead thing. What love is this, sealed behind burnt lips? A scrappy applause is absorbed by the beer-soaked rugs of the pub. Memory cranks gears back to when we were good, and still found to be wanting. Found to be uncertain and private together, fumbling, desperate to cling and scratch surfaces not always so exactly maintained. What love is this? As we meet like two prisoners disguising our tortures, telling all with our looks, complicity of limbs and facts. I tell you, the bar is still there. I don't tell you that I hate it. I hate this place. I wish it would rot like a dead thing, like us. I don't tell you that I can cope with anything these days. Night song. I am of the cockroaches, at the feet of mosquitoes. I travel on the ground, against the wind, on cloven feet, dead leaves, old newspapers. I know the places you know. Where you come, I came. I know Senorita. I know Tarantula. I know all about you and what your father saw. I've heard everything you say about me. I am here, like my grandmother, staring holes in the wall, sweet and dead. I want to piss under the stars. Tomorrow, it will rain. Time keeps collapsing on the doorstep between sleeping and not sleeping. Dreaming in vacant spaces. Lying in the bed, it begrudges us sleep and all our bits and pieces. Awake, like a dead man should change the sheets. Other concerns, grey sky, thoughts worn, weighted on the head. This terrible street, sole relief an explosion of daffodils at number 9. My heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils behind the iron railings. It seems that we are not apart.